walking and talking. Thanks to all that joined me. It's a little windy out here, but the sun is shining very bright, so that is a good thing. How are you all doing today? My eye is watering already. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness. Probably it's just going to be a random chat today, but nonetheless, getting the steps in, getting the exercise in, that is greatly needed. Speak English, Wanda. Your first language. Oh, well. I hope y'all had a great Monday, a great day back to work. If you had to get out there in it, go into an office or something or another like that. I'm just checking my surroundings, so if you see me looking away or something, that's what I'm doing. There's no one here at the park, or at least that is visible to me at this time. Okay, I can see myself clearly now. Might want to keep this tissue in my hand. It's going to be going to my face a whole lot. Pick up the pace a little bit. Hello. I got here the elements, and not earth, wind, and fire. They are the original. No, they are not the original elements. The elements are the original elements. Oh my. Ooh. Pick up the pace. These notifications away from me. Thank you all that join me on the live broadcast. Thank you people in advance. And those that catch the replay, thank you so much. And if you haven't connected with me already, please make sure that you do so. Connect with your girl. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, too much Tuesday. Sadly, this is becoming way too familiar to me, you, and the rest of the population within the United States that is able to understand and know what happened, is happening, etc. And I'm talking about the 6 people that lost their lives due to the shooting that happened in Nashville, Tennessee yesterday morning at that church/school. It's just beyond sad. Just the craziness of that and the things that have happened prior to that with regards to these school shootings, just shootings, any type of violence that is happening to people, whether you know them, whether they're known to the person or people that do it or not. This is just craziness. I just briefly read a story and listened to the police chief. I think he was on police chief of Nashville. He was on MSNBC, and probably one of many interviews that he has done regarding this topic. And of course, it's very early in the investigation, and they are trying to put together the pieces. evidence, etc., going back into this person's history, and maybe the history of at least the 3 adults, for the most part, that were killed, to see if there's a correlation, and a whole host of other things that obviously I'm not in the criminal justice system or in the criminal field, anything like that, but this is just craziness, too much Tuesday, too much violence, too much craziness, and not enough respect and caring, not enough talking to people that may disagree with you or even your thoughts, beliefs, whatever those beliefs, wherever they fall on the spectrum, your spiritual belief or beliefs, how you are going to, your values, your morals, your beliefs on those things, your standards. People have gotten away from just talking. Families have gotten away from just talking. And I'm talking, within the family, the children, the mom and the dad, etc. have gotten away from that. A whole host of reasons. It seems as though, well, for one, as I just mentioned, people don't want to talk. They don't want to talk to each other. Some don't want to learn something differently. Some don't want to ask why, whether it's a good or bad why, to the person that may be receiving the information. That is, in my opinion, an opportunity for, if it's me that's asking a question like, why are you doing that? That's an opportunity for me to learn something. If you impart what it is or the why, like what is your why are you doing that? But people get a little crazy, I'm using that word loosely, and just don't want to talk or become offended that you even ask the question why or want to know more. And I get it sometimes, it may be the person's tone when they're asking why, or maybe the person say, I just want to know, and then the other person may think that no, you really don't want to know. Maybe you're just being nosy, or maybe you don't agree with this particular lifestyle or this particular decision that I made with regards to this. Who knows? But it is just too much of the craziness and too little of the talking. How can I learn something from this? Just how can I learn? And back to the family part of the not talking. We definitely have to do a lot of that. And I mention it quite a bit in these videos about talking, and listening, talking to your children, and of course, listening to what it is that they have to say. And of course, this relationship that you develop with your kid starts very early on. You can't wait till they get 15 or 16 and expect them to start talking to you about stuff, or you start talking to them about the things that are going on in life. Too little talking, too little understanding, too little wanting to grasp the concept of something different, too little asking questions, too little responding to questions, and then we have too much of the type of thing that happened yesterday morning, too much of that, in a whole lot of different ways, whole lot of different places, etc. This has become beyond ridiculous, in my opinion. And of course, this is old hat, sadly. And of course, everything is political, just in of itself. Everything is political. Wait a minute. I'm talking to myself. Oh, everything is political. God, I hope that thing wasn't down. Oh my goodness. And of course, they're talking about gun control, getting rid of guns, getting rid of certain type of guns, all of these types of things, as usual. So stand by for to hear about a lot of that intermingle amongst all of this. And then eventually the 6 people that were shot and killed will be forgotten. And that'll take hold and precedence over all the other stuff that's everything else, the political part of it. Just crazy. Please make sure that you are talking to your kids each and every day when they jump in the car from school, or if you have adult children that still live in your home, make sure that you are talking to them. See how their lives are going. And I get it, they're over 18 and they don't have to share anything with you. But as stated before, if you have a relationship, or if you have a good relationship, or at least a talking relationship to where your kid can talk to you about anything, that is a good thing. But of course, as mentioned before, that starts very early. That starts very early on in your child's life. And hopefully you are able to be in your child's life a great deal, because it is a fact that some parents, and mostly it's the fathers, and I'm not knocking fathers out. I love fathers and men, etc. There are some circumstances where they aren't with their kid on a day-to-day basis, and sometimes it's just every other weekend, Saturday and Sunday, or Friday, Saturday and Sunday, etc. But make sure that you are maximizing that time with your kid. And I get it, there's a lot of dynamics that goes on. They're with you, they're with the other parent is telling them stuff. I get all of that, but as much as you can, spend as much time and impart as much good information and knowledge to them as you can. Get that relationship going with them. Don't talk bad about the other parent. Your thoughts and feelings about the other parents are just that, your thoughts and feelings about the other parent. And hopefully the other person thinks and feels the same way. The main focus should be the kid. More talking, less of this foolishness that is going on out here. Whew. Once again, it will be political. You will hear all of the political talk. And as we know, not a whole lot will happen, at least on the federal level. We do have a 2A right. No one has gotten up enough votes in any particular Congress to overturn that, anything like that. And I get it, they can do executive orders, etc. Go with that, but it's just an executive order that can be overturned by the next person, or if people bring a lawsuit and it goes to the Supreme Court or to the Supremes, it could be overturned there. Because, I mean, in my brain it seems like, okay, we got the Second Amendment right there already. Why are you doing this? Why did you do this executive order knowing full well that it will be overturned? Just on the basis that we have the Second Amendment right already right there. Yeah, this is crazy. Also, on the political tip, there are certain senators in certain red states in the opposite party that may not go along with what President Biden wants to go along with. And even if they're Democratic in some of these southern states, may not go along with that. They are thinking about their behinds. They want to get reelected. And if they know that most of the people in that state, they're full on 2A, they're not going to go against that. They're not going to stop their check from coming. They want to keep their good government job. And I get it, they're elected. But they could be elected up out of there. They're not going to chance it either. And I don't know whether they have enough votes to do that, whether the requirement now is that they have 60 instead of just a straight majority of 51, all of that. So you will hear a lot of stuff, and just do your own research on the things it is that I am saying with regards to that. But in my opinion, I don't think anything is going to happen with regards to the 2A, with regards to 2A. But the bigger point is the shooting, the silliness, the violence of this and other things too. There are other cities like Chicago, just craziness. That's the one that comes to mind. There are other cities here in the United States that's having and have had lots of gun violence in their city or cities. Going in circles, now the sun is trying to go back in. Nonetheless, just crazy. In my opinion, just crazy. Sadly, from what the report that I read, there were 3 kids. They said that they were 9. I think this is I saw it was CNN. They identified the people. That 3 of them were children. They gave their names and ages, and they were 9. They said, "Oh, yeah." Oh my goodness! Unbelievable. I was in Miss Patty Southern Kitchen. Boy, I was in her walking live this morning towards the end, and yeah, it's crazy. And one of the lady Carter Eats, yeah, she was in there. She said something, but pretty much that she can't. Sometimes you just can't look at it or listen to it or what have you, because it's just too much. And I think that was her sentiment, was just too much. I put in there, I understand. It gets a little bit too much when it seems like, I know that it isn't, but it may seem like all that you're hearing about is the gory stuff. I guess if it bleeds, it leads in the news. But nonetheless, it just seems it's just always something. That's why I don't watch the news. Oh my. Oh, okay, Wanda. What else is going on? I don't know, because that took a lot out of me. But nonetheless, let's switch up the conversation. But no, I don't want to switch up just yet. Please just make sure that you are talking to your children and to your grandchildren, if your grandchildren are old enough to understand about being safe. And just always reinforce to them about being safe. But definitely make sure that you are talking to your children and your adult children, if they're living at your house or what have you, if you have established that relationship with them, because you never know what's going on with them. They may be home from college, they haven't gotten a job yet, or maybe working a job not in the field that they went to school for. Who knows, they may be having some type of thoughts and feelings. They may be having some depression with regards to that. They don't have the job that they want. They may be working 2 jobs. Just a whole lot of things. You just never know what's going on in their brain. So talk to them and kind of gauge what's going on and all this other good stuff. One never knows. It's just crazy. Oh, I didn't catch the person that's here, but thanks so much. Thanks so much for being here. A car came. It's not parked near me or anything, so please continue to talk, ask questions, offer help. Even with your coworkers. And, well, be mindful of your own health, mental health, physical health, all of that good stuff. Be mindful of that too. Because sometimes we're hearing all of these things, and it may make us feel something or some type of way, as they say. So make sure that you're running a check on your own mental, spiritual, emotional health, etc. Just as Carter East was saying, sometimes you just don't want to look at it or hear about it because it gets to be a little bit too much. And sadly, these things are happening way too often. And then if you have children that are in school, go to school, that's another something to worry about for the 6 to 8 hours that they are there. Or if you have grandchildren like myself that are there for 6 to 8 hours, it is scary. Tapatito's Cop Watch. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. The message goes by so fast, so if I'm not looking at my phone directly, I'm going to miss it. But thank you so much, Tapatio's Cop Watch, for being here. How are things out there in Arizona? How are things out there in Arizona? Ooh, and the company treats people right. I didn't hear the other party. Yeah, and that's another thing too. I don't know whether that was the case in this particular case, but one never knows. If you think, feel, or know that the company is treating you in a certain type of way, if you don't have the mental capability or what have you, for lack of a better word, if you're unable to funnel that, I'll just put it this way, bad energy. DNL Treasures, hi, thanks for being here. If you don't have the wherewithal or you can't funnel that energy elsewhere or do something differently than besides to do a violent act or what have you, then help is needed. But I get it. There are a lot of companies that treat their employees bad. So what does that person do? If they're strong enough, some people are strong enough. They know it is what it is. For some people, it is what it is. Yeah, they're treating me bad, but I need this job because I've gotten used to eating and my children have gotten used to eating. And I got to pay this rent, I got to pay this mortgage, etc. If they know that that's the deal, that's the deal. But also, if they're doing something else, like putting in resumes, other places looking for jobs, doing a budget, keeping their debt down so that they can move away from that particular situation, that is another thing. And they have to have the wherewithal, the mindset to want to do that. But I get it. These companies do treat their employees bad. It's up to the person that's working at the place too. Say, take this job and you know what? It's the person that has to do something. Just like in this case, it was the person that committed this act with a firearm. I don't want to lose sight of that because the people, you hear people say, we got to get rid of guns. What about the person that did it? And I know in this case, the person is no longer here, but the firearm just isn't going around just shooting off itself. I don't want to get political. Main thing, Too Much Tuesday, please always be talking with your children. And if they are hearing or seeing some of this stuff and they may not be at an age where they can absorb it and see it, EMT dispatcher on a budget, hello, then you need to step in and explain it to them. Like I said, if you have children that are in school, the 6 to 8 hours that they are in school, you don't know whether a teacher is bringing up this particular topic at school today or not unless you ask the children the question. And if they do, then you're able to talk with your kid about this. It's just a lot. Just a lot with these school systems nowadays. That's a whole other topic. But you have to advocate and take care of yourself and your children and do what is best for them. Give them that knowledge. Continue to talk to them. Goodness knows. Things have really changed from when I was coming up, growing up, and when my daughter was coming up and growing up. And we're in the same generation, just so that you'll know. That's a commentary, but go back and check out test case dummy. Me to find out all about that. Thank you so much, DNA Treasures, for being here. I do appreciate it. I'm gonna have to get back over there and check out your video. And I saw that I saw the upcoming for the live. I guess it was on Sunday, but I wasn't quite sure. But of course I did make it to the live, so I'm gonna go back and check that out. I know y'all there in California, but I know when you all put the upcoming, it automatically goes to whatever time zone. But I missed it, and I didn't want to miss it. But I did saw the upcoming that you did on Sunday. I guess it happened on Sunday. Tapatio's Cop Watch. How are things going in your business? If you're still here, I'm kind of sort of walking in circles. The sun is trying to hide from me. Joshua Gabriel, you're here. Hi. I see Tapatio's Cop Watch speaking to you. Hello, Joshua. How are you? Okay, every Sunday. Okay, you all started premiering every Sunday. Great. Let us know the times if there is a set time. If not, no problem. I'm connected with you, so I'll get the notifications. But every Sunday it's good to know. Good for the other people in the chat to know also. World Tours. Hi. How are you? Thanks so much for being here. A lot of people got to catch up with. Hello, World Tours. How are you? Thanks so much for being here. Yeah, Tapatio's Cop Watch. I had to get over there to your channel also. I got a project today, or a project was given to me. I'm going to watch my granddaughter. Here again. I bring it every day. Hello. And my great-granddaughter. Yeah, it's for a little bit until my daughter comes home. Or unless my oldest granddaughter come home, but I don't know. Maybe someone let her use the car. Wow, that's scary. She has a learner's permit or something that I don't know, but nonetheless, get off the road, people. Thank you all so much for being here. Yes, it's a beautiful day. It's a little windy. I can't talk. English is my first language. Are you sure? Yes, it's a little windy, but bearable, and the sun is shining, except for when it goes in and out, seems like. But yes, it's a beautiful day. Wow, that's 5 o'clock every Sunday for DNL Treasures California time. Okay. There's a lot of messages all at once. What happened? Wow. Okay, there it is again, Joshua. Okay. I bring it every day. I saw that there was some up. But today is Tuesday, so I guess it's your knitting class. Not class, but your knitting group. You all go check out I Bring It Every Day. If you go to her YouTube page, you'll see where there's an upcoming for her knitting class today. And on Friday she goes live cooking. Her and a co-host, as I always say, that's her husband. I bought it every day. Knitting tomorrow. Okay, Wednesday. Knitting on Wednesday. Okay, cool. Was just about the thing that happened in there. Just too much violence that's going on. I gave a whole commentary on it. You can go back and check it out at the beginning of this video. But too much violence. Just make sure that you're talking to your kids, etc. And all the political stuff that has happened already. I saw a brief clip of President Biden talking the White House with regards to this. Hi, how are you doing? I'm marching in place till I get myself out of here. No, I'm not walking around the track, just in the parking lot area of the park. They do have a basketball court and a baseball field over there. I just like to keep it kind of sort of close to my stay close to my vehicle in case some dogs come around and people want to take them off the leash. Even though we have leash laws, but nonetheless, you know how that goes. But yeah, just make sure that you're talking constantly to your children and your adult children, because you never know what's going on with them at their jobs, etc. But yeah, it's just too much. Oh, yeah. Boop. It came back. Spirit, hi, how are you? Spirit in the Sky Blue. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Saw you over there at Miss Patty's this morning. Patty's Southern Kitchen. Oh, thank you so much, Spirit in the Sky Blue. But yeah, it has already gotten political. Like I was saying, President Biden at the White House was mentioning about rifles, firearms, banning them. Yes. He knows that that isn't going to happen. Otherwise, a couple of weeks back, he did an executive order with regards to firearms. I don't know what it was, but nonetheless, he knows that those things will be overturned by the next person, or if someone wants to run it up to the Supreme Court, it will probably be overturned. But at present, that is it. So they're going to do it until it gets overturned, and then that'll be it. They already know that, and that is the game. Also, he doesn't have the vote, in my opinion, he doesn't have the vote in the Senate to get it passed. Don't know whether it's just a strict majority. I don't think so. Otherwise, they'd be in there passing a whole lot of stuff. But I think even some of the Democrats that are in states that a large portion of the population, like I mentioned before, are pro 2A, they're not going to go against that. They want to keep their jobs, and that's that. They're saving their high. Like, no, I like this good government job, as they say around here. I'm in Maryland, just for those that may or may not know. They want to keep their good government job. They like being elected and re-elected and all this other stuff. And then Joe, like I said, Joe Manchin, he isn't going for a lot. He's the villain. Him and Christian Cinema, they are the rotating villains and stuff. Yeah. And a lot of these Democrats aren't going to go for it too, unless you put in a whole lot of pet projects for their state, and then they may consider it. They may weigh, okay, am I going to get reelected or what have you? And then it's some of these old timers that their pension is already in place, and et cetera, et cetera. So it is a game, and we are the pawns. Oh my goodness. And sadly, with these shootings, just in general, just the kids. Oh my, yeah. I am going to get out of here because, like I said, I have a project. Maybe, we never know. This is true. And like I said, in my opinion, but this stuff is old hat. And if you hang out long enough, Josh, because you're young, 3 or 4 months from now, when the next event happened, and then the next event happened, and if you're following the political side of it, you'll see that nothing will come of it that is substantial, that is an actual law. An executive order is not a law. But that's just my little commentary on it, my thoughts, etc. I am going to get out of here, go home and get this together, and then go on to watching my granddaughter and my great-granddaughter until someone arrives at my daughter's house. Yeah, 3 children and 3 adults. That's all that I caught of your comment. Yeah, it was 3 adults and 3 children that were shot and killed in this massacre, in this thing. I do appreciate you all being here. Go check out DNL Treasures. Go check them out every Sunday at 5 California time. That's Pacific Standard Time in California. Whew. calling me. He's a dad to my great-granddaughter. So thank you all for being here. I do appreciate it. Bye-bye. You have a wonderful day too. Dave and Lori, I do believe. Go check out I Bring It Every Day. Go check out Joshua Gabriel, everyone else that showed up, Tapatios, Cop Watch. Go check him out also, and two folks. Thank you all so much for being here. Hopefully I didn't forget anyone. Oh, Spirit in the Sky Blue. Go check out her channel. She's just getting back to doing videos. Go check out Spirit in the Sky Blue. Hopefully I didn't forget anyone. Seems as though I am. Oh, World Tours. Go check out World Tours also. Go check out World Tours. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Whew. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Be safe.